All right, guys, here we are with FJ again. Forgive me, I'm a little sick, but FJ is getting some more love. I know 2 videos in a matter of a couple months with this thing, but I'm trying to do more with FJ, and that involves addressing some problems we have. So years ago, you guys might have caught our video where we did our Bilstein. We did these 6112s up front, and they have been great. You can see maybe in there, we do have it extended all the way up. Haven't had any issues with this outside of, if you can see, our bushing is not sitting in there correctly. And we had tried to tighten the other side, and when I say we, me and my dad, we snapped the threads off the top. So just opted to get some brand new ones, which we have right over here. And it looks like instead of just giving you the little flat piece where you can try to hold it with some vice grips or something, now it gives you a hex shape. So now you can even put a socket on there. So kind of got those, at least with our little snap ring, move those up. So that's in the correct spot. That's there. It did come with some new springs, but those springs aren't the upgraded ones I paid for. So I'm going to take my old springs, slap them on this. And I have to look it up on YouTube again, but there is a guy doing it on his FJ, and he did it the install without the spring compressor. So it involves kind of getting everything up in place and then using a floor jack to push the spring up and get our threads up there. So I'm going to attempt to do it that same way. Hopefully this gets rid of our squeak and our vibration that we're feeling on high speeds, which I mean 80-ish miles per hour on the highway. Shakes pretty bad. If not, I know we could probably grease our control arm, but I might actually get different control arms. Not sure. We'll see. More to come on that. So about an hour later, guys, and if you can see right there, our bushing is seized to our bolt. You can kind of see the rust if I could put that down. Right. Dang it. Stay there. Stay there for me. Right here. That's the bushing that goes inside of our strut. It is seized. We've tried everything, and if you guys can see, believe it or not, for me taking our punch and sledgehammer here and hitting the backside of that nut right there, it actually started pushing out the wall right there. So if you guys see how big that gap is, right there, about fingertip space. When you look over at the other side, see how there is no space. So it actually started pushing that out, which is kind of crazy. It just shows you how much that is seized in there. So I made the executive decision, call it here tonight. I'll have to get with Toyota in Colorado Springs, see if they have 2 new lower bolts. If they do, then we'll probably just end up cutting these ones. If they don't, at least we're not too far gone to where we could take the bolt, put this back together, and then we have some time to wait for the new bolts to come in. So pick this video up then. Picking up this video the next day. Excuse the fan. It is blazing hot in here right now, so I'll try to speak up. Still not feeling the greatest, but game plan is on this side, we are going to drop our tie rod and then use the grinder, cut that bolt out. I was able to go to Toyota this morning. Got 2 new bolts, 2 new nuts, and then we have new top hats if I need them. I'm thinking with how jacked up this bushing is, I mean, you guys can see it kind of bulging out the top, that if this strut, if the shaft of it was kind of riding out of place, that this might be off-centered. So have these, we'll see the condition. They're kind of pricey from Toyota, honestly. It was like $103 each with a military discount. So I went to Advance Auto. They had 2 for $80. I had them, but they wouldn't make it in time, and I don't like having this vehicle down for any extended amount of time because it is my most reliable vehicle. So we will check the condition of these, but I'm already leaning towards just replacing them because, I mean, look how offset that is. So I'm sure that this top mount is probably bad. So we'll probably just end up keeping them. We got lucky on this side. I was already able to punch this bolt out, so this side did not get seized. But what we're gonna do to try to prevent that in the future, at least on this side, or both sides, is I'm gonna put a ton of anti-seize in there, so hopefully it does not weld itself together like it did on this one. So this might have just happened, not sure when, but you can see my boot has come off. So I think I stole a hose clamp that was big enough around from the 86 Mustang. Hopefully I can just repack it with grease, get that boot on there, and then we don't have to worry about that again. So I'm at the point now to where I thought I was going to disconnect or disassemble this spring, because when I ordered these from BillsteinLifts.com, I paid for extra, I think 400 and some pounds in the front, or maybe it was 250 in the front. Either way though, the part number, you guys see it there, the EF or E4 FD1 Y005 B46 is the same that's on the new ones that came in, and the new ones were just supposed to be replacements. They didn't have a heavy duty spring option, but the only difference is that says Bilstein, however you want to say it, EQ, and this one says KY. So I don't know if there's actually a difference or not, because if they're the same one, then I didn't get my upgraded springs that I paid for back in 2020. And then two, now all I can do is just install this one, not have to worry about disassembling that. So it was a fight, but I will say doing these springs without the compression for the springs, just doing it this way easier. So once we disconnect the two 19s on each side for that lower knuckle, I had this jack and wood holding the rotor up, and then my dad came over here. I didn't loosen my A-arms like the guy did in the video, and I'll look it up after this and put his name in this video so you guys can check him out. But my dad stepped on this A-arm, pushed it down, and with him doing that, I was able to slide the bolt in. We got the strut in place, and then once I just slightly tightened that, my dad took our other jack, slid it underneath the A-arm, started jacking up while I made sure our shaft was going in the center, and then we just kept going up by keeping an eye that we weren't lifting the FJ on the lift. But we lifted it up, it compressed the spring, I got enough threads in there, and then we just tightened it down. So I believe that's how it's supposed to go. I kept trying to find videos showing where this bushing goes. Haven't found anything yet. Everything I've seen, it looks like you have your little washer that cups down on it. The nut has its own built-in washer, and then we have our one on the bottom that you can't really see that's holding the bottom of the bushing. So didn't find anything saying where this goes. So didn't have it on the last one, as you can see, and I opted to use our OEM Toyota expensive hats because I just know that bushing inside this one is screwed up. Like, I guarantee you it's hollowed. Now the driver's side is a whole nother story. My dad has been going to town over here. We're gonna have to pop that back in place. I did fix that on my side. I think I may have mentioned it, stole a hose clamp from the cold air intake on the 86. So we got our boot right and re-greased that orange right there. So hopefully that's solid. Only thing I have to do on my side is the sway bar. But here is that seized bushing that was inside the strut. That's how well it's seized in there. So my dad took the grinder, cut the strut straight at the bottom. There's the other piece of it. So that's where that bushing was. And as you see, just cut it straight off. I did my research, couldn't find any differences other than the manufacturer of the springs. I think this one is made by Ibach, and then the other set that came with it was like KYB or something like that. So my side should be good. We just got to take the grinder, cut this part off, because as you can see, that side of that bushing is still connected to that little bit of threads in there. So once we do that, we'll slide this strut in the same way. Unfortunately, I'm not able to video it. I'm doing this off my phone, didn't bring the GoPros or nothing like that, so I can't set this up. All right, didn't film it, but got it all put back together. So it looks pretty good in there. I was gonna grease all the zerks, but we are out of grease, so have to do that some other time. Wasn't too bad doing it like that. So just gotta put the tires back on there, put the full weight of the vehicle down and see what our bushing looks like up top, and then take it around the block, see how it feels. And then here is the end, or the difference of that strut with what it took to get it out. All right, guys, first drive, hitting a couple bumps. Try to roll the window up so you don't hear the wind. Wow, chirping is gone. I could kind of hear a little bit, I think, on the passenger side, right there. So maybe that side, the passenger side, needs to be tightened up a little bit more, but it actually feels really good. Yeah, nowhere near as bad as it was. I'll have to try to pull up some of my old videos and insert an old sound clip compared to now, because now it sounds like birds chirping going down the road. And I always thought it was a control arm issue, but it doesn't seem to be. So it's squeaking already. Hopefully you guys can hear that. So that would be my only complaint, right? Here we go. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, that's night and day. Wow. All right. So looking at this side, this one feels good too. I don't want to tighten it anymore because there's a slight bulge of that bushing on the back side, so I have it pretty flush now. So if I tighten it more, it's just gonna push that out a little bit more. I think it's gonna be too tight, so I don't know. I'll drive it around like this for a few weeks to see what happens, but I think that's gonna wrap up this video. Looks pretty good in there. So I think that's gonna do it for this video. So the guy on YouTube I kept watching, Driven Companion. So go check him out. He did a much better like detailed explanation and list the tools you need to do all that. I kind of followed along step by step. I didn't loosen my control arms, the lower control arms, like he did. I had a second person with me, so my dad was able to step on them, lower them down. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. The FJ is back, so hopefully with that, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. So since the FJ is back, hopefully the next video you guys see with that, I think we're gonna try to squeeze in a camping trip. So it's been a minute since we've been out in the mountains, and I kind of been itching to go. So please be sure to like, subscribe. Catch you on the next one.